Hi, in this video, we're going to walk through creating a default proposal template in your profile settings so that certain repeat items get automatically brought into any new event you create. So to get started, we're on our dashboard and we're going to go up to the top right into settings, where we're going to find multiple tabs, and we're going to go over to the proposal tab. Now let's walk through each element one at a time, but just know that overall, this is where we're setting what appears and how it appears, starting with your logo. So right now I have the Flower Buddy logo in, but I'm going to update it just to be the bee. And so if you click Edit Logo, this modal appears where you can click in the middle of this box and it will open your File Explorer where you can select an image, or if you have your File Explorer already open, you can drag the image from there into this box and it will bring it up to be cropped. So make sure that you crop it before adding, and that will change your logo. So we've done that. Now let's change the look and feel of the design. So you can change background color, texture, font color, and the font type. And this card below lets you see what those changes are going to look like on the proposal within an event. So just to give an example, if we went for a more natural paper look, we could change it to a brown with a paper texture, put white text on it, and maybe we could look at it with a different font, maybe a cursive font. And you can see an example of what the header would look like, an example of what the body text would look like. But let's go ahead and reset it back to something slightly more simple. I'm going to go back to the PT Serif. So this is what my design is going to look like in terms of the background color and the font type and font color. Below that is a list of all of these sections that are optionally visible within your proposal. You can see if you wanted all of the sections to show up, you could select all of them, but if you never highlight, for example, if you never highlight stems or vases or decor, you could just turn those sections off so that each time you create an event, you're not turning them off each time that you're on the proposal tab of your event. So let's go ahead and turn those off just to see what that would look like. Maybe you also don't use the additional notes section. Great, turn that off. Below that is the level of detail you would like to show on your scope of services. This is where on your proposal, you're showing each of the recipes or each item that you're selling. So bouquets, arrangements, etc. And you can show the price per item. You can show notes for each item. You can show thumbnail images for each item, or you don't have to show any of that. You can just show the item name and quantity with a total price at the bottom. The level of detail is up to you. I'm going to say, let's take off the images that we add just to see what that looks like. Lastly, there is an other cost section, and you have the option of whether or not to show the notes on other costs. We'll leave that on for now. This is a part where you can write a little blurb about yourself, and or you could write it from the perspective of your business. And I'm just going to repeat this a few times and copy it and just put it in like a paragraph a few times so that we can see what that looks like when we create a new event and it gets imported in. And below that, you see you can put in links which are going to show up on your proposal. And I've put Flower Buddy's website, Facebook, and Instagram link in. We don't have a Twitter or Pinterest page right now, so I have turned those two off. So we've made changes throughout our profile settings to our proposal template or default design. Now let's go and create a new event to see how that pulled in. Proposal, example, and we will select the date in the future, click create. And then if we come over to our proposal tab, we're going to see that new logo we added got brought in, and we'll see that certain sections like focal flowers, accent flowers, all of that is just by default turned off. We will see that the images on scope of services was turned off, the additional notes section turned off, the blurb I added about myself has been added, and all of my links are already here, and Twitter and Pinterest are already turned off. Now, if I wanted to make changes, say on a specific event, maybe on this event, I wanted to highlight some stems and some vases and decor, that's no problem. You can, within that event, you can just turn them on and make event specific changes as you would like to. That's it for this video. Of course, if you have more questions, please contact us by email or use our booking link to set up time for a one-to-one call. Thanks.